Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with William Hill and Empire Fight Store. We both looked at each other and big grins appeared on our face. My friend out of the Newcastle Fight Week earlier on this year, Cyrus Pattinson. How are you, my friend?
I'm very well, mate. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. How are you? Some commentary duties tonight, I believe. Happy to be back out on the circuit?
Yeah, mixing it up. Getting been on the other side of the ropes for once. Not as much punishment.
No, definitely not as much punishment. I suppose, talk about punishment, your last fight, what a war that was. We were very blessed to watch that up front. Credit obviously to Chris Jenkins as well. You came through that in what was a lot of pressure, I'll say, in terms of sort of fighting on a lot of shows and then all of a sudden having yourself emerging and being main event in your hometown. But I imagine it couldn't have gone any better, really.
Nah, it was. I loved every second of it, to be honest with you. Now, I've always wanted to kind of showcase that side of us, but I haven't really had the dance partner in the past to do so. So full credit to Chris Jenkins, and we put on a great display, great night of boxing.
People always sort of talk about the transition from amateur to pro, and I suppose a lot of it is also whether you've got that dog in you when it's landing to the face, to the chin, to the body as well. But I think you proved in that fight that you can walk through a lot, but also give a lot. There were times, I'm sure, where you were able to prove your boxing as well. Just a real perfect outing, really.
Yeah, it was a great night, mate. Like I say, both took a bit of punishment, isn't it? And that's the type of fights I want to be in. Very fan friendly. Just good nights, really, bringing the big boxing back into the North East.
How important is that? Callum French, another one, the McCormack brothers, it is booming in the North East, and I think now an opportunity to really return with those big nights. You were the first of many, but all of those lads realistically down the line have got the potential of headlining. It could become a real hot spot for boxing up there. I'm happy to sort of be the first one in this sort of new little transition group and period. I
am, yeah, and like I say, I'm not really wanting to be taking all the glory. Like you say, everyone's got the potential there to headline. So it's just big nights for everyone, isn't it? And it's exciting times.
Cyrus, we were just talking off camera about a very special man, Mr. Greg Meehan. He was out in Guadalajara with John Ryder, does his mindset coaching. He's always said whenever I speak to you to bring it up as well, something that you're very open about. Now we're in a day and age where mental health is becoming really, really important in sport. And sort of, you're not sort of laughed at or frowned upon to come out and speak about it. You're very open about working with him. Just firstly, how did that relationship come apart?
It was through actually Charlie Simmons, my manager. He's a very close friend with Charlie. We've 2 camps going into our 3rd camp now, and not just in the boxing side of things, but as a friend as well. Like, I look forward to speaking to him every week, and it's just great to review how trainings went and moving, go back over camps, and just to speak to someone like an external source, you know what I mean? So you don't need to speak with a family member or a trainer. You can actually speak to someone, and he's a top bloke.
John Ryder also very open about working with him. Do you think it's important in sort of being able to show that there is no sort of stigma in it now, and it's okay to sort of be able to open up and be able to speak to someone, especially when you're going through camp, even if it's breathing techniques or dealing with sort of being the B-side and waiting for the opponent to come into the ring, etc. There's so much that you're able to dissect, and actually life itself, because we always see the front side of you in the wing and in the ring and having a tremendous victory, etc. But there'll be a lot more that comes to that as well.
There is. I mean, life in general just throws problems at you all the time, and everyone's getting problems thrown at them all the time. So in camp, focusing on a fight, you've got your life outside of that as well. So it's just good to have someone there to help digest and dissect things and work through things. It's just good to someone to speak to as well. And I think I kind of advise anyone to experience it at least at some point. And I can't say there's any negative thing to come from it. There's always going to be a positive aspect. So it's definitely something that everyone should look at, not just athletes.
Well, Cyrus, next for you. Do you have any idea? I think you just said to me you're sort of approaching a 3rd camp now, which makes me think that news is on the way. Continuing to step up and prove yourself level-wise. I know Eddie said a British title shot probably wasn't too far away in the future for you.
I'm happy. I'm just taking one fight at a time, and I mean, I was back in the gym pretty much 1 week after I've back in spawn. I've done 15 rounds on Wednesday. So like the engine's still there, still maintaining. I've learned that through experience that it's easier to maintain something than get it back. There's nothing worse, especially when I split a disc in my back. Before the Louis Seto fight, I was couldn't do much, and I was out for a month, and it was just Groundhog Day every day getting back from injury. So I'm maintaining it now, and it's making life more enjoyable. So I've nearly slipped up there, but it's going to get confirmation soon, and we're going to see he's back in the ring soon.
Up and coming next couple of months?
Definitely have co-headlining a spot, which is a good little spot. So hopefully in another good fight.
I won't push anything more out of you, Cyrus, mate. Always a pleasure, lovely catching up, and we look forward to your fight being announced soon.
Thank you very much, mate. Good to see you.